Well, guys, it's been a long day, but I am so happy that I've been able to get through as much as I have, because I was really worried, and but I can't say that I'm done yet. That's the thing. I still got World of Warcraft news, so let's just go ahead and get into this. So this is going to be the video for my thoughts on the announcements for StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Now, granted, StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void is coming out this upcoming Tuesday. And I'm also happy to announce I'll be reviewing that sucker. So at that point, I'm also going to be putting out that video. And I'm very much looking forward to it because I'm doing it in kind of a two-pronged fashion. You guys get that sneak peek first. Not only am I reviewing it as a game, period, but one of the things that has been advertised in and out about Legacy of the Void is that it is its own game. You do not have to play Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm to be able to understand what's going on in Legacy of the Void. And so I'm also going to be taking that angle and seeing whether or not a new player can actually understand what is going on right here and now in the StarCraft 2 universe without playing those two games. Just playing Legacy of the Void. So that's also going to be an interesting concept. But that's not what you guys are here. And I got a drink because I've been doing a lot of recording today. So let's go ahead and get into StarCraft 2. First of all, I'm going to address the competitive multiplayer. That's a big factor of StarCraft 2. And I'm not trying to cop out here, guys, but there are tens of thousands of people online who cover this way better than me. So I have watched the panel. I was interested in it. I know that there are new units, but unfortunately they didn't actually showcase the units. Instead, they showcased what they're trying to do to give StarCraft 2 multiplayer more lastability, and that was pretty much the panel. And that was kind of annoying to me because, look, StarCraft 2 will have lastability. It's Blizzard. I know that they will put forth that effort. So the fact that they're announcing, oh, we're going to redesign multiplayer for lastability, we're going to work with the community to improve the game, and we're going to do redesigns for ladders in the game. That's all well and good, and to the multiplayer people, if you're interested in that, good on you. There are StarCraft fan sites that are covering it far better than I will. I'm not interested in that stuff, so I will cover the stuff that I am actually interested in because I can actually give an opinion on that and it'd be valid. So, a couple of things that they're going to do to keep lastability in the game. And basically to try and justify not doing either StarCraft 3 or having to move on to Warcraft 4, which I know a lot of people have been asking for. I've even heard people asking for either an Overwatch or a Diablo, and someone will have to justify this to me, an Overwatch or a Diablo RTS from them, and I don't know about that, but okay. Ask for whatever you want. So, the way that they're going to do this, first of all, obviously with the opening ceremony, they announced Nova Covert Ops. They are basically going to create some mission packs that will extend the story of StarCraft, but here's the thing, why are they doing this now? Because these stories don't necessarily fit into the grand scheme of Legacy of the Void, and I can understand that. Nova Covert Ops is basically Nova gets captured, and we'll have to figure out why this new faction, or this faction of humans, captured her and tried to bring her over to their side. And so there will actually be a mini campaign where Nova tries to get the answers that she's looking for with that. I believe they said that the first, it'll actually be in 3 separate episodes. So kind of like Telltale, where they're going to split it up into episodic content. So there'll be a couple of missions, and then I'm guessing it'll be like the StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void prologue. That supposedly is starting next year, or either early next year or late this year. So like December. But they didn't confirm that. So I have a feeling that we'll get a little bit more news on that after BlizzCon. And that'll be episode 1. They're hoping to be wrapped up, I think, by summer 2016. With Nova Covert Ops, and then they can go into other stories that they want to tell. The other thing that they're doing for lastability is a little bit of customization as far as your units. So you will be able to get unit skins that will reflect, granted they haven't given a whole lot of thought to this, but I'm guessing will reflect certain factions that you've come across in the universe of StarCraft 2. So like, for example, with the humans, you might actually be able to have a completely Tosh run Terran Sect that you'll be able to do, because they are recreating units for Nova in Covert Ops. I have a feeling they'll also... Actually, I'll make a suggestion right here now. How about you make an entire sect of Terrans that is completely based off of Raynor's Raiders? And what I mean by that is, you know, how Jim Raynor is wearing that black armor with the really cool tat on the shoulder. Why not base an entire series of Terrans off that? You know, like the original Raiders. One of the ones that they actually showed was the Purifiers for the Protoss. So this is supposed to be a sect of the Protoss that is completely devoted to technology and not necessarily to their organic side. So you got to see a Purifier Colossus, and I have a feeling they'll do a Purifier Sect. They'll probably also do the Tal'Darim with StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, since that's an enemy Protoss sect. One of the other suggestions I would also make to Blizzard is I love the idea of the Primal Zerg. So if you could actually make a skin so that I could play as the Primal Zerg, that would be awesome. Another thing that they're going to do with the micro content is voice packs. So instead of being told that you need to spawn more overlords with the usual voice, you actually can pay, and this is the only example that they made, you can pay to have the wonderful and glorious Stephen Bloom as Abathur tell you that you need to spawn more overlords. And I have a feeling that that's going to be with all the actors of Legacy, or of, not a Legacy of the Void, but StarCraft 2 as a whole. So Trisha Helfer might actually yell at you to get more minerals. Another example would be Jim Raynor trying to tell you that you need to build more supply depots. Stuff like that. And I actually like that idea, because I know it's been one of those tiny things that I've asked for in games, where you can give voice actors just that little bit more of work, so that you can have a good moment and have them, you know, helping you out with your AI, instead of having to deal... Nothing against the AI ones that are in the game already, but, well, we've been playing them for quite a while, and they're getting kind of annoying. So I did like that idea, and then obviously the mission packs. There's also the possibility of more co-op missions, which is something that they've been slowly introducing. The one that they are talking about specifically was that they're going to add K-Rax, who is a Legacy of the Void character. He is a phase smith for the Spear of Adun, and so he will actually have a co-op mission that you can do, and I like that idea. But right now, it looks like there's going to be quite a bit of lastability in StarCraft 2 after Legacy of the Void. My thoughts on it, it's a little, but it's not enough. I mean, it's not enough to keep me on that game after I review Legacy of the Void, unfortunately. I'd probably go on and do a little bit of multiplayer with friends, but, I mean, I'm not the guy who's going to go out and do ranked ladder matches, or specific season matches, you know, like with random opponents. I would rather play with friends. So this doesn't really do a whole lot for me, but hey, for other StarCraft fans, it might actually be enough. I would actually like to see more arcade titles. I'd like to see more expansion into the story, maybe even hint at either an expansion for StarCraft 2 or actually hint at StarCraft 3. But that's up to you guys. So that's going to go ahead and do it for my thoughts on StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. I'm excited, but obviously I'm excited because Legacy of the Void is in literally about a day and a half now. So when I'm coming back, I'm going to be dealing with the announcements for Overwatch, and man, I have quite a bit to say on that. So stay tuned.